welcome to my channel. Okay, before I say anything, I want to share my outfit. So it is the holiday season and we're doing our latkes tonight, and so I am dressed in my Hanukkah outfit. I thought I'd show you the whole thing. These are my Hanukkah pants. They're pajama pants, but who cares? This is a t-shirt, but it's too cold to wear just a t-shirt, so put something on underneath and I am ready. Oh, and you know, lots of room for latkes. I'm excited. All right, so this video is a collaboration video with a bunch of other resellers / YouTubers. Super excited about it. I had planned to be prepared and, you know, plans. So, because I'm not as prepared as I hope to be, there is no charge for you to watch this video. All right. It's a collaboration video. I am going to have a list of all the other people involved in the description. So I hope if you just happen to come by that you will then happen to go by their channels as well. And if you came from one of those, hey, what took you so long to get here? Okay, so what is this video about? Bolos. Bolos, if you don't know, are be on the lookout things. While we're outsourcing for our reselling business, because that's what we are, we're resellers, we try to find specific brands sometimes, specific styles sometimes. Sometimes it's a category of things. I don't rely heavily on brands, but of course, I look for that. I look for a combination of everything. So the first 5 items are items from 2022 and then the second 5 items or categories, because I'm not really doing items, are things that I hope to find in 2023. I don't really keep a bucket list. It's not like this year I'm going to treat myself to some, you know, like high-end brand handbag, and then I can go to all the places that sell that handbag and find the one that I can, you know, that I love, that I can afford. You kind of get what you get, but we always have brands in the back of our head or styles that we'd love to find, and when we find them, we're all like, yay, look what I found, look what I found. So that's kind of what this is all about. So the first item from 2022 that I want to talk about is a category, well, it's a type of item, it's not a brand, and that is faux fur, or vegan fur, or fake fur. I found this year while out sourcing 4 faux furs, saying that slowly, and they all sold, and they all sold for a good price. Brand does not matter in faux fur. I'm going to be showing pictures as I discuss this. I'm going to finish this off and edit and throw in pictures of things, so it's more interesting than me. Like so this first coat that I sold full price. And then soon after I had shipped it out, I got an offer on the second one, which is similar in that it's like the same length, the same type of faux fur. They both look like, I think, silver mink. And it was the same person. So I took her offer right away. It was a decent offer. I didn't want to counter any higher because she did pay full price for the full one. And she messaged me to ask me if I have any more like this. I don't know why people would need several faux silver mink coats, but it's not ours to question why. It's just ours to sell. The second one I think was Giorgio Alexander. Then I sold a couple of others, a plain black one with a hood and an Olympia one with like weird color pattern that reminded me of bowling alley for some reason. So, and I made a decent profit on all of them. So definitely everything that I'm mentioning now are things that I'm going to be looking for. You know, if I see them, it's a no-brainer. Okay, the next one, this is not a brand that's going to make you go, oh, I've never found that. But hear me out. Okay. I feel like I'm slumping. Am I slumping? I'm slumpy. Okay. American Eagle jeans. I know. American Eagle jeans. What? Okay. So here's the story. I have a consignment customer. She's somebody I used to work with, and she has a daughter who's about 18 and she's like 6 feet tall and she's lost a lot of weight. And she's a clothes horse, just like her mother. So I get stuff that is new with tag, not necessarily bolo brands, a few expensive items, but lots of Shein, Express. Okay, so in jeans, Express and American Eagle, because I don't know if you know this, but they come in a longer length, whereas many others do not. And she's 6 feet tall. Also, she's about 18 years old, so she knows what 18-year-olds like, and she buys it, and I don't know that. So I have gotten 17 pair of American Eagle pants from her, all sizes, mostly 14 with a couple of 12 sprinkled in. And I have sold 16 of those 17, and they all sell for between $24 and $30. So if you can find, oh, and one other thing about them, none of them were more than 2 years old. So they're fairly current in as far as reselling goes. So yeah, if I find American Eagle jeans that are, not super old in a larger size and preferably a longer length, I'm going to buy it. I would pay, maybe up to $5, maybe a little less. I don't know. So, okay, next. Okay, this is an odd one. Columbia. Okay, why is it odd? Why is it odd? I'll tell you why. Because it's a brand. Well, some people say they do really well with it. I actually don't do well with most Columbia things. What do you think of with Columbia? The like fleece jackets, quarter zip, full zip. They're very nice, but I don't understand why. For me, they don't really sell well. Some people do well with the PFG, what is that? Professional fishing gear. Not really. And yet I like Columbia stuff, and I will from time to time pick it up. But this is specifically the like snowboarding jackets. I picked up 3, and I sold all 3. The 2 that sold quicker were the same style, and that's the 3-in-1 interchange. The 3-in-1 interchange has an inner jacket, an outer jacket. So the inner jacket looks like one of them looked like a lightweight puffer, and then the other one, I can't remember if the other one was a fleece. I don't know, but they look nice on their own. So that's the one part of the 3. And then the outer jacket, which is a typical snowboard jacket, you can wear that alone. So that's 2, or you wear the inner jacket and the outer jacket, and that's 3-in-1 interchange. Boom. And they sold for a decent price too, and for fairly quickly. The third one was not the 3-in-1 interchange. It wasn't highly insulated or anything, so it was actually very similar to the outer layer of the 3-in-1 interchange. But the reason why I know it didn't come with an inside one is because it wasn't a 3-in-1 interchange. It was just a jacket. So that's specifically, and that's a category that I like to shop for as well. I like to buy ski wear, snowboarding stuff. I just like doing that kind of stuff, and most of it moves okay. I mean, I have a snowsuit or ski suit, whatever, that I've been sitting on for 2 years, and I don't know why. But for the most part, it does okay. But this is specifically the Columbia. Okay, so how many is that so far? 1, 2, 3. Okay. The next is also a brand, if you're a reseller, that you're probably familiar with, and that's Arc'teryx. I believe I found 3 Arc'teryx this year. I told you I wasn't as prepared as I'd hoped to be. I should have checked my notes on that one. If there's not 3 pictures floating by, it's because there weren't 3 of them. I'm pretty sure there were 3 of them. And they all sold, for a decent price, and they all sold pretty quickly. So that's definitely a brand you want to pick up. I would say definitely. Just pick it up. Pick it up. Arc'teryx. And the final item is actually something that I just sold the night before last. And it's a brand I never heard of. I picked it up on November 2nd, and it got some likes. I priced it high, and then it sold overnight full price. And it is this Flint and Tinder jacket. It sold for $175. So when I found it, now this is what I'm thinking about this brand. I'm thinking sorry, I'm thinking that this is one of those like little brands that people in the know about, and they don't highly advertise because they're like that little club that doesn't even have the name on the outside, and everything's very expensive, but they're not looking for riffraff like me. They're just looking for their very special high-end clients. So Flint and Tinder, maybe, I think there's probably a lot of companies like this. They are happy to stay small, boutique, and expensive and sell to, their people. But I'm only guessing because I did not actually research this company. I found it. I looked at the tag and I was like, Flint and Tinder. That seems like a very deliberately trying to be cool name. It looks a little bit like a Carhartt, but elevated, like super, like Carhartt for the oil barons. It's a waxed canvas, and it was lined in something, not flannel, something cozy. I wore it for an hour, and I would have liked to keep it, but no, not at that price. And you could just kind of tell. Are you a reseller? You kind of get to the point. I've been doing this for a little over 3 years, and I've definitely gotten to the point where there's just certain things your spidey senses tell you, this, I think, is something. Not always right, but sometimes. So I pulled it out based on style, based on feel, and then I quickly looked up the brand, and I'm like, oh, this is actually something. So yeah, $175, Flint and Tinder, definitely on my radar, and it should be on yours as well. You may have heard of it because apparently there are real resellers that heard of it, but I wasn't one of them. Are you one of them? Well, you are now. All right, so that was 2022. I will say that I don't find a huge amount of high-end brands or bolo brands here. I'm in Las Vegas, by the way. They may be here, but I have limited sourcing time. I'm part-time, and it's actually getting more limited because my job has changed. Not for the better as concerns my reselling. So anyway, I don't find a lot of high-end brands on a regular basis. Not like some people who like go to the bins and like just walk in the door and just trip over all the Prada and Chanel and Gucci that's laying around. Yeah, that does not happen to me. So, and also I just am attracted to certain styles and that kind of thing. There are some brands that I will almost never buy, but that's another story. Okay, so what do I want to find in 2023? Okay, I'm going to start with a category. And this is something I decided I really want to learn more about. And surprisingly enough, it's jeans. So some people say they can sell any jeans. This person doesn't say that. And I hardly even look at the jeans because you know how like, okay, so every morning I wake up and I go for a walk. So I check the temperature on my phone. So I know, what I need to wear because it's like 5 a.m. when I take my walk. I need something like that on my phone for jeans. Like, what's the jean temperature today? Oh, the temperatures in jeans today are flared with a high rise. And then tomorrow it's going to be a mid-rise with a straight cut. And there's just too many variables. I don't know. I'm lost. So I don't go down the jeans aisle most of the time. And though, just looking back on 2022 again, I did find one pair of mother jeans at my bins, and they sold very quickly. So I that's a category. I've never seen Mousy. Mousy, I know is super expensive, right? I've never seen a Goldie. I've never seen Good American. Like the brands that I see other people in their haul videos showing regularly. Like, so that's one of my focuses is finding good jeans and also learning what I should be looking for. So if anybody has any advice on how to bone up on the jean thing, please let me know. Please. I feel like it's a category that I shouldn't be missing out on. Like for a while I was like, that's okay. There's plenty of others. You do the jeans. But now I don't know. Now I feel differently. Okay. The next one is surprisingly hard goods, and I don't do hard goods very often. I wander through the hard goods and I'll pick it up. Like I have about 20 items in my home category right now. But, okay, so this is a glassy baby. Now, I know that's on a lot of people's bucket list. But here's the thing with the glassy baby. It doesn't, at least, I've never seen it in real life that I know it, but it doesn't look like it would be worth a lot. And so I feel like, unless there's like a bunch of resellers in, like say you go to Goodwill and there's, unless there's a bunch of resellers at that point walking around the shelves, a glassy baby could just be sitting right there and everybody would walk by it and not know. So I want to find a glassy baby. What the heck? If other people can, why can't I? All right, next, shoes. I know that Rothy's and teaks are not a new thing, and this is not a surprise that it's something to put on your list. But I've never found them. In fact, I had never seen them in real life because I don't do retail. I mean, I'm sure I could go to a retail mall or something and I could see them, but I don't do that. Ugh, no, thank you. For the first time I saw teaks when I was at the bins in my last trip, and this guy's going around saying, do you have any single shoes? Do you have any single shoes? And I'm like, well, show me what you have, because if I find them, I'll let you know. And he has 2 teaks, different colors. And I was like, oh, because I was thinking, show me what you have, and if I find it, I'll be nice and just give it to you, because people have done that for me. But then I saw they were teaks, and I was just like, oh, I don't know if I'm that nice. I might have to flip a coin. And be warned, I've only lost the flip once. But anyway, I didn't find them. So that's the only time I've ever seen teaks. Never seen a Rothy. Not even a fake Rothy. And the only thing I know really about discerning, my words, is knowing that it's fake as if it says made in USA. And then I think like the label inside has to be kind of like bumpy. Okay. I haven't put a lot of thought into it because I don't need to, because I've never found them. A category for me, because I like this kind of stuff and I think it can do well, is vintage. Well, vintage all the way around. I love vintage. I don't know it well enough to like be able to say what specific era it's from. Like, is it 70s? Is it 80s? I don't know, but I know it's old. But specifically vintage Western. Pearl snap buttons, embroidery, panhandle slim. I had a panhandle slim shirt that actually won on Whatnot, and it sold pretty quickly. So that's just something I love to see, and I will pick up every time. So that's on my list of things I want to find some cool stuff this year. And the last one is also not news. Like, I'm sorry I'm not giving you like things like, oh, I'm not familiar with that or whatever, but this is just what I would like to find this year. Doc Martens. So when I first started reselling and I would go to the stores and the bins, I found it, maybe 3 or 4 times. And actually, I want a pair for myself as well, a pair of black ones. Just like my brown ones. I bought my brown ones on eBay. Maybe I should shop for a pair of black ones. But anyway, I found a really cool pair that fit me at a yard sale last year. But they were worth too much for me to keep, and they were not really my color. I kind of just want black. But yeah, I haven't seen any Doc Martens in a very long time, and I would like to find some Doc Martens. So that's what I have to say about this. I'm sure if you're here to learn about brands and styles and what to be looking for, you will learn a lot more if you check out everybody down there. Check them out. Check them out. If you are not a subscriber of my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. I do mostly haul videos, and once in a while I do a video that is not a haul video, but the haul videos are the funnest. I love to watch haul videos. It's shopping vicariously. I learn so much from watching those. So, also, if you like this video, you can hit the thumbs up. And if you hit the bell after you subscribe, then you will be notified every time I release a video. So, thank you for watching. And I'm going to see you at the other people's videos, because I'm going over there to watch their videos. Bye.